and welcome to my channel. Today I've got sort of a faux get ready with me sort of thing for you. Yeah. Basically I don't have anywhere to go tonight, but yesterday evening I basically did the same exact look to go to a concert because there were still tickets and I was like, that seems like fun and whatever. But I did have to work that day, so basically this is a kind of look that you can do and a lot of tips and tricks as well. For if you have plans after work and you don't have a lot of time to get ready after work, but you do want to look nice. So basically this is just a bunch of very easy techniques, going for quick results. Nothing too elaborate, but still something that'll just make you look fresh and, you know, just nice. By the way, I also do a lot of very, like in case you haven't watched my videos before, I also do heaps of very complicated and out there makeup looks. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe to my channel. But yeah, for now, without further ado, let's get started on this look. First off, even if you're in a hurry, always make sure to clean your hands properly, because you don't want to cause yourself problems and issues by touching your face with dirty hands and then, you know, having zits and all, which isn't nice as usually. Also, I'm going to use BB cream, which for my skin is enough for my face. Like, I just wiped my face after I got home from work. And for my skin, you know, remnants of skincare plus the BB cream will be enough. However, if you have very dry skin, I do recommend using a moisturizer first. Just, you know, do whatever is good for your skin. Me personally, I do feel like I need some eye cream, so I am going to apply that. This eye cream, by the way, is a non-greasy one, which is important because you do want to be able to just put makeup over top of it without problems. When I'm in a hurry, I don't do very risky things like applying a very smoky eye or anything like that. I just go for something quick and easy and risk-free. So yeah, it's also safe to just do BB cream or foundation if that's what you like. If you feel like you need more coverage or if you want more coverage for whatever reason, you know, just use something with more coverage. But for me, BB cream is enough and I'm just going to apply it immediately because it will also act as my skincare. Also, I'm always too lazy to dampen my beauty blender when I'm in a hurry, so I'm going for a brush. Now, where I want some more coverage, I am using a concealer. By the way, I did want to mention, do keep in mind that the more coverage you have, the more work you're going to have to do to look natural, ironically. In the sense of this BB cream is too dark for me, by the way. This is the lightest shade and it's too dark for me. Yippee. Anyway, but yeah, like this BB cream still, you know, shows some of my natural coloring, like some of the redness in my cheeks. It doesn't hide my shadows, so it still looks quite natural, whereas if you go for an ultra full coverage foundation, you're going to look very flat if you don't contour and use blush and highlight and stuff like that. So do keep that in mind that if you're in a lot of hurry and you really don't have time to do a lot, keep in mind that you may not want to go for a complete full coverage look simply because it will take a lot more time to make it look good. Just something to keep in mind. Now for concealer I'm doing quite a lot for one simple reason. To lighten the BB cream. If you're either not a ghost or if you actually have a BB cream in your correct shade, of course you don't need to do this step. Or at least you don't need to do it this excessively. Just depends on your stuff. Yep. I'm using a paddle brush for that, or a flat foundation brush. It's the same thing, just depends on how you call it. This. Just because this just allows me to really go into like a tiny area beside my nose, underneath my eyes, in my inner corner, whereas the large brush, well, I wouldn't be able to fit it in the inner corners of my eyeballs. Oops. Anyway, I wouldn't be able to fit it in the inner corners of my eyes. And I, you know, do want my concealer to be there. Now time for powder. I'm just starting on my face so that the concealer underneath my eyes has some time to dry. And also, by the way, one other advice I just thought of randomly is when you're in a hurry, if you're in a hurry, always make sure to use products that you know and have faith in. And don't use the opportunity to go for like a product you don't know well yet for something you just recently bought. Just don't, because even if it's a great product, if you use it for the first time when in a hurry, I found this out the hard way. For some reason, the odds are a lot larger for it not to work somehow. Magically. So yeah, long story short, if you're in a hurry, make sure you go for products that you like and trust. You know, just don't take the risk. And then I realized I forgot to put in my earrings. This is a very real representation of what I'm like when I'm actually in a hurry. Like, I'm the sort of person who'll risk running out the door without pants on. Now, when I'm in a hurry, I do like to contour a little bit, but I just go around my nose a little bit, underneath my lower lip, and then my cheekbone and my jawline. I don't go over the top with it, I don't make it too much, because that just takes too much time. And then highlighting blush, just so, you know, it's blush and highlighter in one basically. And just a natural shade, goes with anything. Now, we've came a little bit closer. I'm gonna show you the brows and the eyes now. And really what I do mostly when I think of it, you know, with a look like this, I basically go for making stuff look decent. I don't go for full coverage face, I just go for a nicer, more even skin tone. I don't go for full on sharp insta brows, no, I just go for something that's filled in like I did here. A little bit more visible, a little bit sharper, but not too much. And for the eyes as well, I go for something that's, you know, nice. And makes my eyes stand out a little bit more, but I don't go for something very big and complicated, because I just don't have time for that generally when I go to like a concert or something after work. I really just need to get ready quickly. Mostly I need to wash up and apply a lot of deodorant after work, as usually then. But, you know, I just need to be quick and I don't have time to, you know, just really go ham on one particular part of my makeup routine. And I'm basically just creating for my eyebrows a shadow behind my hair. Filling in a little bit at the inner corner here, just because they're uneven. Like, really uneven otherwise. But yeah, I just do that to make them a little bit nicer. But other than that, I basically just create a shadow, comb them through. Then I'll apply a brow plumper in a moment to set the hairs in place, and that's it. And it just makes a huge difference without spending time on it. Like, this was real time, just it. Oh, and one extra advice with the eyebrow plumper, be very gentle with it. If you're in a hurry and you smack it on there, you're going to get big clumps of eyebrow plumper all over your eyebrows. Guess how I found out about it? Now for the eyes we're going to do this. As you can see, it's a very slight difference and it's really quick. First off, I'm also applying a little bit of highlighter from my eyeshadow palette on my upper lip and on my cheekbone, just because, why not really, I like highlighter. Also here. Yeah. Okay, anyway, I'm using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. You don't have to use this palette. Alternatively, you can just do this with a face highlighter and your contour shade instead. I just felt like using an eyeshadow palette this time around. Other than that, by the way, everything I've used will be listed below the video as always, but you don't need to use the exact same products as I did. You know, just use whatever you have, whatever suits your skin, eye type, whatever. Just use what you like. But anyway, I'm applying a taupe shade with a big fluffy blender in my crease. And I'm making sure that it's the darkest, like right around here. Then I'm just blending it upwards towards my eyebrow. And yeah, that's pretty much the entire top crease done. Like, again, I'm going for effects and not necessarily for a lot of techniques here. Then I'm also applying that in the outer corner. Just the same brush, just buffing it in, just being easy about it, and whatever's left on the brush goes beneath my eye on the outer corner. Like so. Then in the inner corner, I wipe my brush off a little. I'm going in with the highlighting shade. And I'm brushing it quite far over the top lid. And then the middle part of the eye is going to get a slightly paler taupe shade than the first one, just so we get basically the most subtle smoky eye ever in the history of human life. Really easy, really quick, but it just gives, I feel, you know, a very nice result, nevertheless. Depending on how your working day went, it might be a good idea to use a little bit of a nude pencil in your inner corner at the bottom. And in the waterline, just to look nice and awake. Then for the eyes, I'm keeping it quite simple. This is basically just a pencil with this brush. And as you can tell, it's very subtle. But you do see the difference. Like this side of my face, this side of my face, you do see a distinct difference. This eye just look a lot more, I'm talking too quick. This eye looks a lot more defined and a lot more there. Whereas the other eye just looks more basic. Nothing wrong with that, but as usually I just feel like going for something with a little bit more of a punch to it. So yeah. So basically what I do, I just run the brush over the pencil. I'm trying to not hold the mirror in front of the microphone, by the way, so you can still properly hear me. I hope you can. But basically, I'm just making a very, very subtle wing here. Not going for a full liner. I basically just go about halfway and then blend it into my eyelashes. And just patting it on there and, you know, just creating basically a fading wing that just moves along with the eye shape and doesn't really stand out, just elongates the eye a little in a very, very natural way, really. And because at this point I already have powder and concealer on my eyelids, the pencil doesn't need to be set with anything. It'll just stay in place on its own this way. Also applying whatever's left on the brush on my bottom lid a little bit in the outer corner. And also in the inner corner. And then we just have this result. Then some mascara, just a very easy step to obviously... Thank you, camera. Anyway, to obviously make your eyelashes stand out a little bit more. Of course, do be careful applying mascara. I have known my... Ow. Well, that exactly. Whenever I try to apply mascara carelessly, I usually stab myself in the contact lens. Which is probably more painful if you don't wear contact lenses really, so yeah, just be careful, don't stab your own eye out. Also a little bit on my bottom lashes. Oh, and by the way, also one other advice of laziness really. Whenever I do a look like this for like a concert or something, it's in the evening and well, I'm just very against going to bed with makeup on because it's very bad for your skin to do so. So basically I never go for a waterproof mascara or anything like that in the evening because I'm going to have to wash it off at like midnight and I don't want to have to like rub for 20 hours to get waterproof mascara off my eyelashes. And the concert is indoors. It rarely rains indoors, so I don't really see why I would need a waterproof mascara then. So that's just something else to consider. You know, just give yourself an easy time by the time you come back home and don't force yourself to be removing your makeup for 20 hours. Then almost lastly, the lips. I'm just going for a lip brush isn't the quickest thing, but this lipstick is in a state where I can't apply it on my mouth anymore because it's crooked and weird and it doesn't make nice lines anymore. Anyway, it's Maroon by Catrice. It's my absolute beloved lipstick. I love this thing. I'm not sure if they still sell it even. But it's just one of those shades that even if I apply it roughly without a care in the world, it still looks nice. It's slightly moisturizing, so it's nicer for my lips in the evening. And yeah, it's just one of those colors where you can't go wrong with. Then lastly, setting spray. I really do feel like that just like a good setting spray does actually help your makeup to last longer. And in my case, stay matte for a little bit longer. I use the Slick by Urban Decay for that reason. And then we're done. And here we have the final results. I finished it off, by the way, by just putting my hair in a braid. That's one other advice I can give you if you have very long hair and wear it in a braid at night to prevent strangling yourself or getting caught up in it and that sort of fun things. You know, I do advise you to also already braid your hair beforehand, because a braid is a hairdo, and as long as your hair is nice and clean, then, you know, it's just a fun hairdo. And it'll just save you a lot of time, because then you won't have to braid it again after, you know, you get back home in the middle of the night. Just a nice thing. But yeah, this is the final result of the look. It actually turned out slightly nicer than it did when I actually did it yesterday, because I really was in a hurry then, and I also washed my hair, blow dried it, and then I had like 20 minutes to get ready, including redressing, which was a bit of a challenge even for me. But anyway, I hope this video was useful to you, and if it was useful, or if you just enjoyed it for whatever reason, please click the like button, it would really help me out. And that was it for today, so thank you very much for watching. I hope you will have a wonderful evening, day, or whatever, and yeah, hope to see you next time. Bye!